clickers, 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 more clickers. We've got to talk about this trend because if you're not on it, you're going to want to be on it. So stay tuned. Let's get into the video. If you guys are new to this channel, my name is basically Bensky, and we talk about 3D printing, small business, we talk about tech, travel. We're even going to talk about this brand new chair that I got because this is a new chair and it's awesome. That video is coming later on. But this is our series where we do Market Mondays, where I talk about the previous week's sales and markets and how they went and things that I saw and trends to help you guys out in your 3D printing or other market adventures. Now, if you guys haven't heard, Utah's kind of on fire right now. There are several wildfires that have broken out, and they are actually really close to my home. They're really close to my area. They're not so close that we have to be worried about like evacuating, but they're close enough that if things change really drastically, we could be. Now, why do I bring that up? Well, I bring that up because that affected and didn't affect our markets in ways that I wasn't expecting, and some of them that I definitely was expecting. So we were supposed to have 3 separate markets this week. We were supposed to have our Springville market on Monday, our Orem market that we do every Wednesday on Wednesday, and then our really special event, which was the Lehi Roundup Days, which is like a historic event, kind of week-long parade, awesome excitement kind of gathering of the city of Lehi here in Utah. Fun fact, if you guys have ever seen Footloose, when he does the dance inside the mill, that's at the mill in Lehi, which is really cool. So a little bit of fun trivia for you with the Footloose.
What was that?
I will never do that again. I'm sorry for all of you who had to witness that. But the reason I said we were supposed to is because the weather was really interesting. On Monday, the smoke was really bad in the area that I lived in, but I went down south a little bit more to Springville, and it wasn't nearly as bad, except the ash was falling like crazy. It literally had looked like it was snowing at some points, but people still came out to the show. We had a good event. And now the Springville event is part of the Sunset Farmers Markets that I've been telling you about. They're amazing humans, Jess and Kelly, great couple that run these events, and Springville is one of the ones that they do, and that just started last week. We should be there every week or so from here on out because we really liked that location, and we're just going to keep going back to it. And it follows the same standard things with the booth fee only being $40, and then we just get to set up and we do our own shtick there and we have a lot of fun. Now, honestly, because of the ash and the smoke in the air, I really thought this was going to be a slow opening day, but luckily we had so many customers turn out. We had a lot of fun. If you guys follow me over on Instagram, which you should be, by the way,
Right this way.
the link will be down below for my Instagram. You guys would have seen that we showed a little bit of a booth setup, and that was just a little bit of behind the scenes of how we're setting up the booths this year in these small 10 by 10 spaces. I think it's a really cool video if you want to see how we do what we're doing, but obviously I'm going to do a little bit more of those as they change and come on. But the big question, this is Market Monday, how much money did we make on Monday? Well, we made exactly $500, which is awesome. That's great. I mean, $40 booth fee, $500. It is a little bit further for me to drive down there. So it is 25 miles away. So it is a 50-mile round trip. I am pulling a trailer. So that is a little bit of money and time, which for my vehicle takes about $15 if we're rounding up in gas in order to get there, but that is for the round trip. I also didn't eat any food there, so that's the cost we don't have to worry about taking out. So realistically, let's just go super high up with my time and everything like that, because it took about an hour both ways to do it. Let's just say $450. We'll take another $50 out. Still a great show. And what was the big hot ticket item there? It was our clickers. It was just the clickers and some of the other fidgets, but clickers and fidgets, this is really becoming a very hot trend more than it has in the past. Fidgets have always been popular, but I think with this recent like thing that we're seeing in social media, especially where people are buying those Nidos and those magic mystery dumplings, like I think the fidget craze is coming back really strongly right now. And so the clickers especially are just huge, and I don't think that it's something that's going to die down this year. I don't know what's going to be next year, but I think you still have time if you haven't gotten into clickers to get into clickers because they are extremely popular. We did sell some other random things here and there, you know, our biddies, our character biddies, like all of that stuff, but I don't think I sold any dice towers, and if I did, it was just one. And no helmets went at this show, but again, I don't really expect those to go at these smaller farmers markets. I really put them out there to bring in the attention so people go, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh, look at this, and it works every single time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
In fact, it works so well, I'm going to start being able to offer my Patreon subscribers the ability to buy some of my helmets from me if they don't want to make them, and they can buy them and put them on their shelves to help pull in that business, because I think it really is a fantastic entry point to get people drawn into your business, and then you can sell it too if you want to. It really doesn't matter to me, but that is going to be a really cool thing. So if you guys are interested in my Patreon, the link is also down below, but that is going to be something I'm going to be able to offer, is these pre-made done helmets just like this one here, where you can go ahead, put this on display. People ask, is it 3D printed? Yeah, it is. It absolutely is 100% 3D printed. Now, this one in particular is a Juan Makes exclusive. I am not selling this. This is not one you're going to get. You're going to get one like it, but not that one. That one's special to me. Now, Wednesday, the Orem Farmers Market. This is where the fires affected us. The weather was really bad. The smoke was really bad. The ash was really bad. And there we were told by the event coordinators, hey, just so you know, we're not going to put up the lights, because if the air quality gets worse, we're going to cancel the event and we're going to get everybody out of there so people don't have to be forced to be outside. The air quality out here in Salt Lake has been so bad, it has broken records. There were a few days last week where the air quality was so bad that it was the equivalent of smoking 3 cigarettes inside your home to just be outside working all day. That's how bad these fires have been, on top of the already bad air quality of Utah. And so because of that, because I have small children and I would have had to have taken them to this event because my wife is still recovering from her C-section with our little one, all of those different factors, we decided for our safety of our family, it was better just to stay home. I don't know how the event went. I haven't talked to anybody yet. I'm going to talk to some people probably this Wednesday, but I don't know what happened, but we decided that it was safer for our family to not go to that event. So we did have a 0 for the Orem Farmers Market. Now, Lehi Roundup Days. This is a Friday and Saturday event. We did it last year and we had a blast. We had so much fun. It was one of our best events that we did. We just had just such a good time there, good vibe. We had a little 10 by 10, but this year we were doing a 10 by 20. Again, if you saw my Instagram story, you would have seen a little sneak peek of that booth setup. So again, get down there, follow my Instagram. I'm almost to 8K followers. I want to get to 10K by the end of the year. So help me out. I want to get to 10K on this by the end of the year, by the way, too. I think we're at like 4,400 subscribers on here. So 10K would be, that's my dream for this channel and my Instagram, 10K by the end of the year. I think we can do it. I really do. Now, this is a city-sponsored event. The city-sponsored events tend to have lower booth fee costs, which is great because we only paid $150 for that. It actually might only be $75. The reason I don't know is because my wife is the wizard that takes care of the finances for the booth fees, and the spreadsheet just says $75, but I can't remember if that was for one booth, because I know we added 2, but I don't remember when we did. So it's either $75 or $150, but we'll say $150 for the sake of the video. On the first day of Lehi Roundup, my true love gave to me $703. And that's freaking awesome. Again, even if it is a $150 booth fee, $703 on the first day, absolutely amazing. We obliterated it. It was super fun. We sold, again, so many clickers. Like I bought in bulk from Popular Prints, their poppers. And the reason is because they have clickers that have the prongs already taken off, so you don't have to worry about cutting those. So any of you who do 3D printing and have put clickers in, you know those prongs can be a nightmare. Popular Prints does sell those separately where they're already off. They're a little bit more than traditional ones, but again, it's a convenience that you're going to pay for. I'll have that link down below because those poppers are amazing. But we had bought 500 clickers ready for this show, and I went through almost 350 of them this weekend, which is absolutely insane. We made so many clickers, but we sold a ton of biddies, and I sold a few dice towers, and I sold a lot of dragons. This was a very dragon heavy show, and that was going to be replicated again the next day, except just take what we did there and almost double it, because that's exactly what happened. We ended up making $1,237 on the second day, which means for this weekend, we brought in $1,940. Absolutely amazing for a 2-day event. And what's even crazier is the second day was shorter of a time to be vending than the first day. And it wasn't just shorter because of this block, it was also shorter because they had a parade from when the vending event opened for 2 hours. So we lost 2 hours to the parade, and then we had the people come in and we made $1,200+, which is just amazing. Which brings our weekly total into $2,240, an absolutely amazing number. And currently, if you guys are just curious about all of the costs with buying all these new machines, buying all the materials, paying for all the booth fees, everything else that we've done this year, we are currently in the green $4,900, which is great when you're considering that we have over $16,000 of expenses right now. So like, we are doing really, really well. And the thing is I want people to understand that that is a fantastic number when you're looking at a business. I think people get confused because they're like, well, you've only made that much this year. That's nothing. Time out. Our gross sales, we've made over $19,000 this year. We've been doing great. And we've been able to take that $19,000, reinvest it back into the business to keep it moving forward more and more. Because I can tell you, our first year of business, we made $0. We made $0. With what we did, I guess it was a half year, we made $0. Last year, we were finally in the green and we made like, I think $4,000 or something like that, which is fantastic. Anyone who knows business and does business can tell you making money in your first 5 years is almost impossible. Not obviously impossible because we're doing it, but like it is really hard to do. But the reason it's confusing to say that is because people don't know all of the 100% factors that we're talking about. Again, the business has brought in almost $20,000 this year, which has been fantastic for us, especially considering that we didn't really have steady income for most of the beginning of the year. That is a great thing to hear for us. Now, what's all that to say? Again, I wanted to tell you guys that yes, I have a Patreon. I just started it. I think I have 3 free members, which is great. We are putting our next post up later today, tomorrow, sometime Monday or Tuesday. There's going to be our first post up. You're going to have so many cool things. You're going to have access to the spreadsheet. You're going to have access to behind the scenes stuff. People who subscribe to the channel, whether they like it or not, are going to get access to these videos uncut, like it's behind the scenes. You're going to see some of the funny things, some of the not so funny things. I swear a lot more in those because I want these to be family friendly, but like, you know how it goes when you're alone, tired. Anyways.
That's weird.
But then we're going to show you where we do the calculations, how we get all that done. There's just going to be so much information in the Patreon that is not going to be here. We're going to even be partnering with people like Juan Makes so you can make really amazing props like this and bring in some real good money when it comes to making 3D prints. Just because I don't want people to think he's the only one who makes cool things. This is something that I did. This is the Hydra Captain America helmet from Marvel Rivals, which is freaking sick. Anyways, I love this. This is one of my favorites, which is why it's up here. And it'll stay up there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us for Market Monday. I really love these. Again, I want these to be relatively short. So yeah, we're done. But the big takeaway is if you're not making clickers, make clickers. If you don't want to make clickers, leave a comment down below. I want to know what kinds of things you do want to make or that you are making that you're seeing as a good niche to explode the like entirety of what we're all doing here. Because again, I believe in community here, which is why I'm sharing all of this with you right now. And as always, if you are not subscribed to the video, please subscribe to this video and like it. It really helps push the algorithm out. Please comment 5, 6, 7 times. The commenting and the likes really help the algorithm out a lot, and I really want to hit that 10K goal before the end of the year. That would just mean the world to me. And yes, just so you guys know, because I know some of you are curious, mama and baby are doing so good. Oh, my baby is perfect, and I don't care what you guys have to say. I have the best baby that has ever existed on the planet, and she's perfect, and I love her, and she's just amazing. And yes, this is another 3 a.m. Market Monday video. So please forgive me if these edits are a little bit rougher than normal, but you know how it goes. So look, yeah, we're going to have more videos out this week. We're going to be talking about the M-Tool X2 a lot this week. We're going to be talking about this awesome chair from FlexiSpot. I didn't think I was going to like this chair, if I'm being really transparent, but I can't stop. I like it. I like it a lot. It beats my old DPS, which I still have for the airbrush station now, but the DPS was great for what it was. I didn't realize comfort could be this awesome. But anyways, so we'll have a video about that later. So as always, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and mistakes make magic, baby.